Hello and welcome to The Fix. Today we're going to have a look at this Jaguar XF. It's got an alternator fault, so I've come here to change the alternator on it. But first of all, I'll check it myself to make sure it is the alternator that's at fault. I've got it on jump lead at the moment, charging up the battery because it's completely flat. And once we've started it up, I'm going to check what the output on the alternator is. Yeah, first of all, I'm going to check the output of the alternator. So if I connect my meter up, negative and positive of the battery, if you look at the meter, this has got 12.6 volts. Hang on a minute, if I just take off one of these battery clamps, which is being charged from the other car, then we've isolated it, the other battery. Now you see it's got only 10 volts in this. So it's just running on the battery voltage. The alternator is not putting any output out. Before we start, we must disconnect the battery cable. So I'm just going to disconnect. This is the jump lead. I'm going to disconnect the negative cable. So then we could go and take the alternator out without any problems. Otherwise, the live wire going to the alternator might short out. So you must always disconnect the battery before you begin work on the alternator. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to disconnect this negative cable. That's off. Now we're safe to continue with the work. What I am going to do, I'm going to put on this jump lead on it so it continues charging the battery while we do the work on the car. Make sure that's out of the way. It's not. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's going to continue charging the car as we work on it, I mean the battery. Yeah, first of all I'm going to remove the airbox and this vent pipe. It's just these plastic clips with a Phillips screw on it, so remove both of them. Sometimes they don't come out, so you just pry them up and turn them at the same time, and then disconnect that. It's away. Next thing is I want to remove this airbox. 10mm bolt there. That's probably that stays in there, and I need a 7mm socket to undo this. I think I'll undo it from over here so we get more room. Slide that off of there and pull that clip out, push that down, undo the air mass sensor, put the box out the way. I think just to get a bit more room I will remove this top cover. Put that over there. There's the alternator. So I think we've got tensioner. That's the tensioner. So if I get a spanner to fit that. Alright, there's the tensioner. It's a 15mm spanner. So what we do, put it on there, pull it down. So we could slacken the belt and then just slide the belt off of there. That's it, the belt's slid off the alternator now. Let go of the tensioner. We'll just keep that there so it'll be easier to put on. Right, now we've got to take this guide pulley off because it's in the way of the bolt. See there on the alternator. This is a Torx 50. There's not much room under here because the fan's in the way. But that's it. That's gone in there. It's got loose now. I think that's loose enough for us to, I think, take it out by hand now. Yeah. Take that pulley off, put it aside, and now I've got to undo the 2 bolts here, one there and one in there. Yep, they're 13 mil, so if I undo both of them, yeah, that's off now, it's finger tight. One bolt out, and go and do the other one, which is here. Just put that belt there. Yeah, this bolt over here. Yeah, that's out now. Not out, but it's finger tight now, so just undo that. There's the 2 bolts out now for the alternator. Now I'm gonna, this pipe is, have a look, there's a pipe bracket here. The power steering pipe is fastened there. It's not actually on the alternator, so I'll see if I could just get that out without removing that bracket. Tight, let me get a lever. I'll have to get a lever in here. I'm just going to put the lever behind here and try and, yep, that's moving, it's coming out. So you can see I've basically got to slide it off these 2 brackets. Now that's come off, so what we got to do, undo this cable on top. Yeah, this cable, now that's the cable coming from the battery, so just going to put a 13 mil socket on that and undo that. Okay, that cable's off, and now I'll just pull this out a bit forward like that, and there's also a cable at the back, this one. Yeah, now I'm gonna just press the tab with this cable, undo that, and that's done. Now we could pull the alternator out. If I just pull it out through this gap, here we are, the alternator's come out now. Now we're going to replace it. Okay, here's our replacement alternator. All the brackets look in the right position, the power lead there, that's it. I'm going to slot the alternator in through there, but first I'll just put it in this much. So now I'm going to show you, we've got to plug this cable in. This cable, this one here, has to be plugged in over here. That's it, that's plugged in. And now we've got to direct the alternator inside here. like so. Okay, now this has to be just slotted in there, either side of that. It's got to go down into it. If you find that it's not going in, I'm going to disconnect that little cable at the back again. Okay, because it's not sliding in, because it's got to slide in over there, the bracket is like that, so it's got to actually slide in between there. So what we're going to do, we're going to knock that bolt a bit back. See, now that's gone in quite a bit. We'll do the same to this one. Okay. Now we could hopefully slide it back in because they've gone back, yeah, and it should be able to go in a lot easier now. So I'll put that there and then connect up that cable at the back again. That's in. Right, and now, see, this has got to go in there, which now is going in, as if you could see, look, slotted in there nicely. So if I make sure by putting the bolt in so it centerizes it, okay, it's gone in the wrong place. I've got to pull it out again and just move that up like that, because that bit goes in the bottom there. Yep, that's gone in. Let's see if we could get the bolt in. You've got to wiggle it about a lot, and then look, that's it. Now we're in. And the second bolt goes in here. That's it. That one's in as well. Let me just tighten these two bolts up. That one's fastened up now. Right, now I'm going to put the battery cable on it. That's connected from here to the battery. Nip that up a little bit. You don't want to go too tight on that in case you snap it inside, but it's got to be tight enough so it don't cause any problems. Okay, that's done now. Now I'm going to put this idler pulley back in. Okay, that's done up now. Okay. Right, the belt's got to be routed like this. So if I just move the tensioner back, I should be able to slide this on here. Yep, our belt's on now, as you can see, it's all routed the proper way. The belt's on. Okay, now we're going to put this air box back in. Plug that in over there. And these two lugs, they go in over there on the bottom into them. So they're slotted in. Connect up the air mass meter. Right, then we're going to put this 10mm bolt back in here. That's it. That a little nip up. Put the 7mm socket on this now, and we're going to tighten up the Jubilee clamps. That's done. Right, back in there. So I'll just check this one. Yeah, I did undo it a little bit. So that's done. All this is back together again. Right, I've got to put this back on. This trim goes in over there. So that's clipped back in there, and then I could just put these clips on and just push them in. That's it. That's on. Finally put our cover back on. That's complete now. Now that I've shown you how to test and replace the alternator on a Jaguar XF, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel if you already haven't done, and also click the bell icon so you could get all my future videos of the fix. Thank you.